We're in the business of transforming people's lives.
Our students are continuous learners who are willing to work super hard because they understand what the payoff is.
The barriers for entry have been changed completely, and that's really exciting for them.
It's been an incredible job market for MBAs, and the degree is timeless.
Hi, I'm John Byrne with Poets Quants. Welcome to the grounds of the Darden School of Business at the University of Virginia in Charlottesville. We're going to talk to a number of faculty here, and we're going to have an exclusive interview with the dean. Come join us. Now, recently at Darden, a big special event occurred. Ground was broken for a residential facility. You will have, in a couple of years, a residential MBA program, which is rare among business schools in the world. What's it going to mean to the sense of community and belonging at Darden?
It's going to be huge, particularly for students as they're entering Darden and they're coming from the vast places in the world. It creates a place where they can gather and get to know one another, creates proximity. And what we know is it's the nature of your relationships, your social capital, that really drives your opportunities, whether you end up being an entrepreneur or whether you're shifting industries or pivoting or taking the expertise that you've built and putting it in a different domain. And so to have an even richer foundation that is built by residential housing, I think will be phenomenal.
You have taught at a number of elite business schools. How does the Darden MBA student differ from those at those other institutions?
We have a reputation for student-centered learning, which means that our students have to show up in the classroom prepared. They are already accomplished, they're super smart, but they want to raise their game. They're not going on a hiatus from work when they come here. We get the students who want to dive deep. They believe that there's something in our secret sauce that's going to give them more voice, that's allow them to be more decisive in the decisions that they make. They want to get good opportunities afterwards, and we put them on a trajectory and walk with them. That makes for an excellent experience for them as well.
Now, how has AI been embedded in the curriculum?
We've seen it appear everywhere, from case studies that are about how the industry is changing. Across the board, my colleagues have developed cases that are really bringing to life how AI is being leveraged in the field.
And now Darden is hosting its second annual AI conference right now. The theme of it is value chain
Of ethical AI.
What does that mean?
We have to think about ethical AI from the data center all the way to the end consumer and user, the employees of a company, the customers of the company. And along the way, there are many different steps. And thinking about what are the implications for all of us as leaders and as decision makers related to the value chain of ethical AI.
So what's the job market for MBAs look like right now?
Throughout my career, it's been an incredible job market for MBAs, and my prediction is it's going to continue. The degree is timeless. A career, whether it's in consulting or CPG or tech, students are getting the jobs that they want, and the market's recognizing them for what they've achieved.
What do employers tell you about what they like most about Darden grads?
The point that they make time and time again is that they can take a Darden grad and they know that the Darden graduate is going to be sharp and is going to be able to walk in front of a client or lead a project seamlessly, without hesitation, thoroughly, with great confidence. Part of professional development, my hope is that we can inspire our graduates to continuously learn. Your career is long, but life can be short, so pursue your passion, pursue what makes you happy, and look for a balance.
You were reappointed to a third term. You are now the longest serving dean at the University of Virginia. Your list of accomplishments is quite remarkable. And I'm looking over your shoulder at a building that didn't exist when you arrived here. That is a new gathering place, the Forum Hotel, and the beautiful gardens that surround it. Broke ground here on a new residential building. So you've done a lot in a very little period of time. How are you feeling about that?
Feels like I just arrived in some ways. Time flies. The thing I'm the most proud of is the accomplishments of all the faculty, staff, and students.
Now, Scott, you've been a really successful fundraiser, as any really solid, extraordinary dean has to be. How have you done it?
I think the credit really belongs to the donors themselves. I think back, we've had a $100 million gift from David Willenis for first-generation scholars. $107 million gift from Dave and Kathy LaCross for an AI Institute in Business Ethics in our residential housing. Jane Batten and the Batten family, that gave us a beautiful gift, $30 million, to ensure every Darden residential student could have a worldwide immersion. And then we have Frank Sands Sr., he gave us $82 million of impact to help us fund the hotel. He also helped to fund our opening of our Washington, D.C. campus. He was an investor. So he said, if I invest in Darden, I can create something that generates further returns down the road, just like Dave LaCrosse. These are smart investors. So both residential housing and the hotel are revenue generators.
Right.
So those will be assets that Darden will own outright, and they will be huge endowments for the school and for future generations. You're improving the experience as you go along, and you're also building an endowment for the future, and then 20 years from now. And those will fund faculty excellence and student scholarships and anything else that you want to do, and they'll be unrestricted sources of money.
So Scott, how important are student outcomes to the success of a business school?
We're in the business of transforming people's lives, not just their bank account. The best day for me is graduation, looking at all the students that had their lives changed by the faculty and all the promise and hope of those students going out to change the world and be responsible leaders. And that's actually my lens on the whole thing, is if you can make other people successful, all of those people, and your alumni, and make everybody else successful as a servant leader, then you yourself have a chance to be successful. That's where the magic is.